Happy Friday and welcome to Great Day at 9A. I'm Nicole and
And I'm Caitlin Francis. Scott has a nice long weekend, so it's Ladies' Day.
It is Ladies' Day, although we do have to send it over to Mike because of the weather. Things are going to continue to heat up, so let's get a check and see how the forecast is looking for today and this weekend. Mike?
Another day, another early warning weather alert. Mike Slifer in for Scott Haney. Take a look at our alerts here. For today, dangerous heat and humidity. The combination of those two making it feel like it's 100 degrees or hotter outside. Tomorrow, more heat and high humidity. The heat index between about 95 and 100. Strong to severe storms possible tomorrow afternoon as well. So heat advisories are in effect statewide right through tomorrow. Again, feeling like it's 100 degrees or hotter outside. The temperatures themselves likely running in the 90s. We could see record warmth across parts of Connecticut today. So as you get ready to spend some time outside, make sure you're hydrated, have plenty of ways to cool off. Whether that's heading down to the beach, heading to a lake, sitting by a pool, or just spending some time in the AC. But keep an eye on pets, keep an eye on your friends. Now for tomorrow, we're giving you the early warning here that things could be a bit active, especially through the afternoon hours. We're anticipating another round of showers and thunderstorms. Early warning futurecast showing that while we might see an increase in clouds tonight, it's tomorrow when this line of thunderstorms comes through. And after that, we do expect things to dry back out. And behind the front, we start to see significant changes here. We're expecting temperatures on Sunday to be much lower, highs only in the 80s. A mix of sun and clouds, cooler, and certainly a lot less humid than where we've been. So while today we are talking heat, tomorrow heat and storms, we do have something to look forward to. That's a cool down starting Sunday with stellar weather on the way for most of next week.
All right, thanks, Mike. Good information there. Make sure you're staying hydrated and cool. Now, the storms that we saw last night really wreaked havoc in some parts of our state. Crews were busy working through the night and into this morning in some parts just to clean up after those storms.
Yeah, power has also mostly been restored with fewer than 200 Eversource customers out currently. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Cassidy Williams has been in Columbia to show us what it's like there this morning.
Crews spent the night restoring power to hundreds of customers that had lost power due to downed trees just like this one here by Columbia Lake. Its branches just tangled up there in between the wires. And it's not just Columbia dealing with cleanup. Over in Windham, a tree fell on a mobile home. A family member told Channel 3 their brother and sister-in-law were inside at the time and had to be taken to the hospital. The assistant fire chief says firefighters had to remove the people from the bedroom through an exterior wall. The Red Cross is now working with that family to find them a temporary place to stay. People we talked to in Windham also described dangerous conditions on the roadway.
Puddles everywhere. I was hydroplaning a little bit. Got to be careful. You got to go a little slower. I've seen a few people like pulled over because they're hydroplaning.
And as a reminder, if you see any downed wires, any blocked roads, you want to take that seriously. Stay away from it as those wires could be live. Reporting in Columbia, Cassidy Williams, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, thanks, Cassidy. And as the temperatures climb again today, Norwich Public Utilities is asking customers to conserve energy. It's a way to be more efficient and limit the strain on the power grid. You can help by limiting the use of certain appliances until after 8 o'clock or only using your AC if someone is actually home. Making sure your unit is on an energy-saving setting can also help, as well as using your ceiling fans.
And just so you know, cooling centers are open right now at public libraries, community centers, and more locations around the state. And if you need to find the nearest cooling center by you, just head to WFSB.com for a full list or the Channel 3 app. You also can visit 211ct.org or call 211. And remember, these cooling centers will be open until Sunday morning. We were at our local library last night, and I saw the signs right outside and saw some elderly folks taking some cover inside.
That's
and
good.
I was going to say in the heat, away from the heat, in the cool.
Well, it's very useful. It's helpful. Libraries, even I know so many people have been going to the movies.
That's a great place. Yeah,
go catch a movie, walk around the mall. A lot of these places. Every time I walk into the grocery store, even it's always so cold. I'm always like, I just hurry up, get in, get what I need, and get out. But you know, just go walk around any place that's got AC and just hang out for a little bit if you need it. But
pretty much any place other than your home if you do not have some cool
exactly.
spots.
I know. You know, we talk about it all the time because so many homes here in New England don't have central air. Like I have to put my window units in.
Yeah, we have window units upstairs.
So they don't cool the house as well as we might hope.
Right.
And it's expensive.
It does. And we actually, speaking of expensive, we have some cost-saving tips when you're trying to stay cool and also, you know, keep things on budget as best as possible. So, and make sure to get the WFSB weather app. We can't stress enough how helpful that is. I mean, you're literally getting push notifications from where you live on what's going on, like the lightning strikes that were going on last night and everything. So, yep, there you go. There we have it. We're your Vanna. Download today. It's free.
And I know, especially with the storms that we're expecting tomorrow, too. So it comes in handy.
It certainly does. All right, on to some more headlines this morning. The Sanford police officer who hit a man with a department cruiser is now on leave.
Yeah, we're expecting to get some new information about the investigation from Connecticut State Police today. 69-year-old Tommy Jackson died from his injuries after being hit with that cruiser. The local pastor was walking across Wire Mill Road when Officer Zachary Lockwood was responding to a call and then coming around the curve. Lockwood tried to swerve but still hit Jackson. The 24-year-old officer did CPR on Jackson until medics arrived. Community members and friends from all across Connecticut are now mourning. So far, we still don't know if Lockwood had his lights or sirens on or how fast he was going, but as soon as we hear any new information about how this crash happened, we'll be sure to bring it to you on air and the Channel 3 app. Meriden police are trying to find whoever broke into more than 4 dozen cars. That's at least 48 vehicles.
48 vehicles. You know, oftentimes when we do these stories, there's, you know, a handful, maybe a dozen, but
48.
48.
Within a couple of hours.
Yep. Yeah, most of these break-ins were actually on the east side of the city, and we know that car windows were smashed in and things inside the car were stolen by the thieves. Now, the calls came in over the span of just a few hours, as you mentioned, Kate, and this all took place yesterday morning. Investigators say a majority of the cars were damaged, and only a few of them had something taken out, like wallets, iPads, or other valuable items. 2 neighbors say that their cars were both hit, and one even saw it happen.
She started yelling, you know, there's somebody breaking into the car, there's somebody breaking into the car. And I jump out of bed and I just go running out the front door after them.
I think we get comfortable with just leaving our belongings in the car, just thinking, hey, it never happens over here, but you never know. And everything that they took out of the car is probably not worth the damage that's on my car.
Absolutely not. And that's why we say these reminders all the time. And I know we sound like a broken record, but just don't leave valuables inside your car and make sure to lock up your doors. It's just...
It takes like literally an extra 5 seconds.
It does. Yeah, just a thing. Just bring it inside your home and lock your house too while you're at it.
Exactly.
Have you ever had your car broken into? Yeah, me neither. Hopefully it stays that way, but we also take the time, that extra 5 seconds to lock up our cars.
I know. I think the only thing that I might leave inside my vehicle is like extra napkins from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, those are free usually.
I don't know who wants those.
Yeah. I don't think so. I have some Cheerios probably in a car seat left over if anyone wants those. But
on the floor. Floor Cheerios.
Yuck. All right. Well, speaking of food, Trader Joe's shoppers, listen up because we have another important creepy car Ollie recall to tell you about. There's a hint.
Yeah, this is absolutely disgusting. Like literally gross. The popular grocery store says one of their soups may have insects in it. Yeah, we said that. This is the soup, Trader Joe's unexpected, unexpected broccoli cheddar. It's the 20-ounce container. The store says there have been several reports of insects in the frozen broccoli florets. It sells for $4.99 a container. Just throw it out if you have it.
That's gross.
Throw it out.
I love the unexpected, right?
That's what it's called.
Who knew it was going to live up to its name?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it seems like every day there's a list of recalls that are really affecting like your everyday consumer.
And there have been a couple at Trader Joe's in just this week. The cookies, the almond cookies, now the soup.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. So throw it out if it's recalled and hope that whatever you have is nice and fresh and doesn't contain bugs.
I know, so gross. Okay, well, a new bill to help protect kids online is moving forward.
And Senator Richard Blumenthal is calling on Congress to send it to the president. The Kids Online Safety Act was just passed out of committee yesterday, and it would help parents and young people protect themselves on the internet. Now, this bill was first introduced last year when tech giants repeatedly failed to protect kids on social media platforms. I think any bit of checks and balances when it comes to social media, and especially our kids, are 100% warranted.
Oh, in general, any of us, the social media platforms, I mean, you know that they're, in general, when you're online, your information is probably being used in a way that you're not really fully aware of.
Have you ever done the search on your name to see if you're on the dark web? Have you seen that?
I have seen it.
Are you on the dark web?
I don't know.
Well, it's important to look it up.
I think we probably all are, right? At this point?
A lot of people are, yeah. And that's when I say dark web, I don't mean that she logged on and got on the dark web on the other side with Darth Vader. It's basically data breaches, right? Passwords, things of your information, so which is scary.
A lot of companies are good about alerting you to if your information's been stolen or borrowed.
Right, but what about all those apps, though?
Right.
You never know. Especially, you know, there are a lot of checks and balances now in those situations, but back when we were just downloading free apps and having fun, it's a little scary to think of.
Well, and that's why, you know, they say two-factor authentication is so important. There's a lot of things that you can do to sort of help, but it's still really good to make sure that you're doing everything you can to protect your identity.
Absolutely. Stay off the dark web.
All right, are you looking for something fun to do this weekend? We've got the perfect suggestions for you.
We certainly do, from comic conventions to a day at the beach. Check out some great stops across our state. It's coming up in this week's Family Friday.